Tonight, your life is about to change forever. Archangel Michael himself is speaking to you. A billionaire, someone whose power shapes nations, has chosen you. This is not a coincidence. This is not a dream. There's a message waiting, an envelope, a call, something you cannot ignore. And once you open it, everything you thought you knew about your destiny will shatter. Darkness stirs, unseen forces are watching, and time is running out. Will you open it? Or will you let this chance slip into oblivion?
The night is silent, not the usual calm, but a heavy, expectant silence, as if the air itself is holding its breath. You feel it first in your chest, a subtle pressure, a heartbeat out of rhythm with your own. Something is coming, something extraordinary. A soft blue light flickers in the corner of your room. It is faint at first, almost like moonlight caught on glass, but then it grows, expanding, pulsing. You cannot look away. And then he appears. Archangel Michael, wings stretching beyond the edges of your vision, glowing faintly, an aura of authority and divine power. His eyes pierce through you, not harshly, but with a weight of knowing. "Do not ignore this," he says, his voice deep, resonant, vibrating through your bones. "Someone powerful, someone unlike any you have ever known, has chosen you." Your heart hammers. You try to speak, but no words come. Michael does not need you to. His presence fills the space. He gestures toward your desk, and you see it, a golden envelope, edges glowing softly, as if alive. It pulses in harmony with your heartbeat. You reach out, your fingers trembling. "It has waited for you," Michael continues. "Not everyone receives this. Not everyone is ready. But you have been seen. The billionaire who sends this message has watched your life, your struggles, your courage, your quiet acts of bravery. They know your potential, and they know your fear." A chill runs down your spine. You sense it now, the shadowy forces lurking just beyond the walls, unseen eyes tracking your every movement. Michael raises a hand, and the shadows flicker, recoiling. "You must act now," he says. "Time is not on your side. Every moment of hesitation strengthens the resistance around you. Every doubt, every fear feeds the darkness. But if you act, if you open this, you will step into a path that will change your life forever." You glance at the envelope again. It hums softly, the air around it shimmering. You can feel its energy through your fingertips even before touching it. Your mind races. Who is this billionaire? What could they want with you? And why now? Michael's voice cuts through your spiraling thoughts. "They do not seek you for what you have, but for what you can become. The world is shifting. Forces you cannot yet comprehend are moving. And you are meant to stand in the center of it all. But beware, others will try to stop you. They do not want this. They fear it, and they will strike." A change in the room. The air grows thick, almost tangible, as though the walls themselves are holding secrets. Whispered voices seem to brush against your ears, indistinct but insistent. Michael steps closer, his presence overwhelming, comforting, commanding all at once. "This is your choice," he says. "Open it, and you will step into a world of unimaginable possibilities. Refuse, and your life will remain small, confined, unfulfilled. The window is narrow, and the moment will pass. Decide and act with courage." You finally touch the envelope. A warmth spreads from your fingertips into your entire body. The pulsing light seems to sync with your heartbeat. You hear it then, the whisper of destiny, faint, almost a sigh. "This is yours, if you are ready." Michael's wings shift, a soft rustling like a distant storm. Do not doubt yourself. Fear is natural, but hesitation is dangerous. They are waiting for your courage. You must open it before the cosmic alignment ends. Only then can your path be revealed. The shadows stir again, darker this time, moving like liquid. A subtle warning from Michael. See them? They are already trying. They want this stopped. Every distraction, every fear, it is theirs. But you are stronger than you realize, and tonight you begin to see that. Your breath quickens. The envelope hums in response, like it recognizes your presence. Michael steps aside, giving you the first real moment of choice. Time stretches. You feel every second, every heartbeat, every thought magnified. The room seems to expand, then contract, then expand again. When you open it, Michael warns, you will not just see a message. You will feel a surge of energy, a vision of possibility, a calling that cannot be ignored. Do not fear it. Do not resist it. Step forward and embrace what is coming. For a long moment, the world is silent except for your heartbeat and the soft glow of the envelope. Michael watches, unwavering, as if reading your soul, understanding your doubts, your fears, your desires. And then he nods once, slowly, decisively. You are ready. Open it, and know your life will never be the same. The moment hangs in the air. A choice waits. A destiny waits. And all that remains is your courage.
The moment you touch the envelope, a subtle shift moves through the air. You feel it first in your bones, a vibration, a resonance that thrones in rhythm with something larger than the world you know. The room seems to stretch, walls bending subtly, shadows twisting in impossible angles. You glance around, and it is as if the very corners of your home are alive. Something watches. Archangel Michael steps closer, wings slightly folding, eyes burning with quiet intensity. You are not alone, he says. There are forces hidden from your sight that would prefer you never reach this moment. They are already moving. They whisper, they manipulate, they infiltrate. Every hesitation, every second of doubt feeds them. You glance at the envelope. It pulses again, golden light shimmering across its edges. You feel a strange pull, a magnetic attraction, drawing you closer to something you cannot yet see. Michael notices your hesitation. They are subtle, he says, but relentless. They do not strike openly because they cannot. Their strength lies in deception. They create distractions. They plant fears. They turn your own thoughts against you. This is their domain, the domain of shadows, and tonight they will test you. You hear it then, a faint whisper, almost indistinguishable from the wind. Your name, spoken softly, a voice that chills the marrow of your bones. You turn. The room appears empty, yet the sensation of being watched intensifies. You realize that every familiar object, the chair, the lamp, the walls, seems slightly altered, infused with subtle energy, a trace of presence you cannot see. Michael steps between you and the shadows. Do not be afraid, he says. Fear is a tool they wield. Your courage is your weapon. Each moment you doubt, they gain. Each moment you resist, they weaken. The blue light from his wings stretches across the room, pushing back the shadows, slightly though not entirely. You notice shapes moving at the edges of your vision, indistinct forms, watching, waiting. They are aware of the envelope, aware of you, aware of the decision that will alter the balance of their plans. The billionaire has observed you for years. They see your strength, your potential, your capacity to act when others falter. They have waited for this moment, just as these forces have waited for you to falter. Both are testing you.
One wants you to rise, the other wants you to remain small, confined, bound by fear. You feel a strange warmth emanating from the envelope. It is almost alive, responsive to your emotions, pulsing faster as your heart races. You try to focus, but the whispers grow louder, more insistent. They speak of failure, of unworthiness, of danger. Your thoughts spiral, and the room seems to tilt. Michael's voice breaks through the storm of your mind. Focus. They cannot reach what is true. They cannot touch the purpose that has brought you here. But they will try. Be vigilant. Be relentless. This is not merely a choice. This is a battle of will, and your will must be stronger than any fear they conjure. The shadows shift again, revealing glimpses of figures, dark, indistinct, but unmistakably intelligent. They move with purpose, circling, testing, observing. Their presence is oppressive, yet Michael's proximity offers a buffer, a protection that allows you to breathe, to think, to decide. You may wonder why a billionaire seeks you. This is not wealth, not influence, not greed. This is necessity. A crisis looms, one beyond the comprehension of ordinary minds. It is hidden, obscured by layers of secrecy and deception, and your role, your unique capacity, is the key to resolving it. That is why you have been chosen. That is why this message exists. But you must be brave. You must be resolute. The shadows will do everything in their power to stop you. A sudden surge of wind sweeps through the room. Papers flutter. The envelope trembles, yet it remains upright, glowing. You feel a subtle pull toward it, a promise of revelation, yet also a warning. What you are about to open will not be ordinary. Michael places a hand on your shoulder. They are real, these forces. They are cunning, patient, eternal. But so are you. The energy in this envelope will guide you, illuminate your path, reveal the truth you were meant to see. But beware, every step you take will be challenged. Every move must be deliberate. Every thought must resist corruption. You glance around the room again. Shapes dart in the corners, whispers echo in the shadows, and your own reflection in the window seems different, as if the person staring back is preparing for something monumental. You realize now, this is no longer just a message. It is a test, a trial, a summons to rise beyond ordinary fear. The envelope hums, almost in recognition, as if responding to your resolve. Michael watches silently, wings outstretched, a guardian against the unseen threat. Understand this, he says. The billionaire's purpose is immense, the crisis unavoidable, and your role inevitable. The shadows do not want you to succeed because they fear change. They fear the light that will come through your actions. They fear the courage you will manifest. And tonight, you will begin to prove that you are stronger than their deception. The room vibrates. The envelope's glow intensifies, and the shadows recoil, but not entirely. You sense them testing the limits, probing for weakness. Michael steps forward again. You must act. Hesitation will cost you. Your courage must be immediate, unwavering, decisive. The moment to open the envelope is now. The forces against you are present. They are patient, but they are not eternal. You, however, have the chance to be. A final whisper echoes from the envelope, faint but unmistakable. Open me. Michael places his hands together, gaze steady and resolute. This is the beginning. The hidden forces will not relent. They will test every ounce of your strength. But this is your moment. Open it and embrace the path that has chosen you. The shadows will push, but you will rise. You take a deep breath. The envelope waits. The shadows stir.
The unseen forces watch, and for the first time, you understand nothing will ever be the same again.
The envelope sits before you, glowing with a golden light that seems alive, almost pulsing in time with your own heartbeat. The shadows that lurk at the edges of the room have not left. They hover, twisting and shifting, watching, waiting. Every instinct in your body tells you to step back, to retreat into the comfort of normalcy. But something deeper, something ancient and powerful, pulls you forward. Archangel Michael stands beside you, his gaze unwavering. This is the moment, he says. The moment that defines not only your life, but the trajectory of forces far greater than yourself. Every choice you make from here will ripple across realities, unseen yet undeniable. You will either step forward or remain in the shadows. Understand the weight of this decision. Your mind races. What does it mean to open the envelope? What waits inside? Wealth? Influence? Knowledge? Or something more? Something beyond human comprehension? You remember Michael's warning. This is not ordinary. This is a calling, a summons to a destiny that has been shaped long before you were born. The forces aligned against you are patient. They will attempt to manipulate your doubts, your fears, even your memories. They know how to reach you. They know your vulnerabilities, and they will use every one of them. You glance around the room. The shadows seem to shift more aggressively, moving as though sensing your hesitation. Whispers creep into your mind, subtle, insidious. You are not ready. You are unworthy. You will fail. They press against your thoughts like a tide, relentless and heavy. Michael raises his hand, cutting through the voices. Do not listen. They speak from fear, not truth. Your courage, your clarity, and your willingness to act will determine the outcome. And make no mistake, your choice will have consequences far beyond what you can see. A bead of sweat runs down your temple as you feel the immense weight of what lies before you. The envelope shimmers brighter, almost impatiently, as if urging you to act. You sense the billionaire's intent reaching across space, energy flowing towards you, a silent demand for your action. Understand this, Michael says, his voice resolute. This is not merely a choice between opening and not opening the envelope. This is a choice between stagnation and transformation, between fear and purpose, between shadows and light. You cannot remain neutral. Every second of indecision strengthens the forces opposing you. Every act of courage strengthens your path forward. You take a step closer. Your fingers hover above the envelope, trembling. The whispers grow louder, more aggressive, feeding on your uncertainty. You will regret this. You are not capable. You are too small. The room tilts, shadows stretching into grotesque forms, testing your resolve. Michael steps beside you, placing a firm hand on your shoulder. Feel the energy, he instructs. It is yours, but it demands your acceptance. You must align with it. You must open yourself fully to the possibility of what is coming. Hesitation will not protect you. It will imprison you in a life of mediocrity, and the forces opposing you will take advantage of every moment of doubt. You close your eyes, trying to focus, to silence the voices, to see beyond the fear. Memories of your life flash before you. The struggles, the small victories, the times you overcame doubt. Each memory strengthens something within you, something deep and untouchable. You realize that this is not just about the billionaire, not just about the message. This is about who you are, about who you are meant to become. The shadows writhe, twisting with increasing intensity, sensing your resolve. Michael's presence radiates strength, shielding you, guiding you. Do you see them? They do not attack openly because they cannot. They strike at your mind, at your heart, at the very essence of your belief in yourself. Every moment you hesitate, they gain power. Every moment you choose courage, you diminish them. Your hand finally touches the envelope. The warmth spreads instantly, coursing through your veins, a tangible surge of energy that awakens something primal inside you. Your doubts do not disappear, but they no longer dominate. You feel strength, clarity, and purpose. Michael leans closer. Once opened, your path will be revealed. The billionaire's intentions, the opportunities, the responsibilities, they will be laid bare. But understand this, you cannot turn back. You cannot retreat. This is a commitment of soul, mind, and action. If you choose to proceed, you step into a reality far beyond what you have known. If you do not, your life will remain bound to shadows and uncertainty. The room is tense. The shadows pause, waiting for your decision. The envelope glows brighter, calling, demanding. The whispers fade slightly, sensing the shift in your resolve. This is your moment, Michael says. The forces of fear and doubt will not relent, but neither will your courage. The choice is yours. Choose wisely, choose boldly, choose what you were born to become. Time stretches. Every heartbeat echoes in your ears. The shadows hover. The envelope pulses with life. You take a deep breath, summoning every ounce of strength. This is no longer just a decision. It is a declaration. It is the point at which fear ends and action begins. And in that instant, clarity strikes. You realize that whatever lies beyond the envelope is not merely opportunity. It is destiny. You will not turn away. You will not hesitate. You will open it, and you will embrace the path that has been waiting for you since the beginning of time. The energy from the envelope flows through your fingers, through your body, connecting you to something vast and immeasurable. The shadows recoil, sensing your alignment with what is true. Michael's presence strengthens, wings spreading slightly, as though preparing to guide you into the next phase of your journey. This is the choice that defines you. The moment you open that envelope, your life changes forever. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear. It is the will to act in spite of it. You have chosen. You are ready. Now step forward and claim what has been waiting for you. The golden light of the envelope seems to engulf the room. Shadows shrink back, unable to endure the force of what you have wakened. Your hand hovers one final time, trembling, heart racing, mind sharp and focused. And then you make your decision. You open it. And the world as you know it will never be the same.
As the envelope opens in your hands, a surge of energy floods the room. The golden light spills outward, bathing every shadow in brilliance. Yet the presence of the unseen forces is still palpable, retreating but not gone. You feel it in your chest, a resonance unlike anything before, a vibration of purpose, power, and destiny converging on you. Archangel Michael steps back slightly, his wings stretching in response to the energy now emanating from the envelope. His eyes hold an intensity that is both comforting and commanding. What you hold now, he says, is more than a message. It is a key, a conduit, a passage to a world you never imagined. The billionaire who seeks you does so for a reason far beyond wealth, beyond influence. They have identified your potential, your courage, and your unique capacity to act when others would falter. The envelope unfolds into a holographic projection, shimmering in the air before you. Images, words, and symbols appear, layering upon one another, forming a portrait of a world both familiar and alien. You see cities, laboratories, conference rooms, and secretive networks spanning continents. And in the center of it all stands the billionaire, a figure of immense presence, commanding, yet unassuming in certain ways. Their gaze is direct, penetrating, as if looking straight into your very soul. Michael's voice guides you. This is their world, a world of vast influence, of resources unimaginable. But it is not the wealth that matters. It is the purpose, the vision, the capacity to effect change on scales that few can comprehend. And now they seek you as a partner, as an instrument, as someone whose choices will shape outcomes that ripple far beyond your understanding. You feel a pull, a gravitational force of destiny drawing you into this reality. Images shift, boardrooms filled with leaders, laboratories glowing with secret experiments, plans unfolding across global maps, and everywhere the billionaire's presence is central, orchestrating, directing, yet always aware, always deliberate. The billionaire is not like others, Michael explains. They do not seek followers, nor do they seek control for selfish ends. Their power is vast, but their purpose is even greater. And you, now, are part of that purpose. Your life, your decisions, your courage, they are needed for what comes next. Understand that what you see here is only a fraction of what exists. The true magnitude is beyond comprehension, and you will learn it in time. The shadows stir at the edges of the room, but they are weaker now, hesitant. You realize that the envelope's energy has not only revealed the billionaire's world, but also strengthened your own connection to the forces of light. Michael nods slightly. The shadows will attempt to manipulate, to distract, to deter, but your alignment with purpose now is strong. They can feel it, and they will not give up easily. You must remain vigilant. Your eyes return to the holographic projection. The billionaire's image shifts, and now you see them interacting with others, world leaders, scientists, visionaries. Their presence commands respect, yet there is an unmistakable warmth, a sense of moral clarity guiding their actions. It becomes clear that their influence is not just wealth, not just power, it is vision. And you are now part of that vision. Michael gestures toward the hologram. Notice the networks, the operations, the plans that are in motion. These are not trivial. These are mechanisms that affect millions, even billions, and you will play a crucial role. Your courage, your insight, your decisions will influence the outcomes. The envelope has chosen you because you are capable of acting where others would falter, of seeing where others are blind. The sensation is overwhelming. A mixture of awe, fear, and excitement surges through you. The billionaire's world is vast, intricate, and demanding, yet it pulses with possibility. Michael's presence grounds you, reminding you that you are ready for this, that you have been prepared, and that the challenges ahead are not insurmountable. The shadows remain, Michael warns. They will attempt to infiltrate every aspect of this new reality. They will use deception, manipulation, even your own doubts. But now, armed with the knowledge of what is possible, you can stand against them. Your alignment with purpose makes you formidable, and the billionaire recognizes this. They will guide, they will challenge, they will push you beyond limits, but they will also respect your strength. Images shift again. You see meetings, decisions, crises averted, innovations born, and interventions that prevent disasters. You witness the ripple effect of influence, the way one person's action can cascade into outcomes far beyond imagination. And you understand viscerally that your role is not passive. You are not merely a participant. You are a catalyst. Michael steps closer, his presence a steadying force. Understand, the billionaire's world is not a reward. It is a responsibility. And with this responsibility comes scrutiny, pressure, and the ongoing test of courage. Every action, every decision, every moment of hesitation will be observed and measured, not to judge, but to guide, to ensure that you remain aligned with purpose and strength. You feel the weight of it all. The envelope continues to glow, the shadows linger at the edges, and the billionaire's world stretches before you like an intricate map of infinite possibilities. The pull of destiny is undeniable, a force you cannot resist. Michael's voice is firm, unwavering. Your journey begins here. The billionaire's world is now part of yours. What you do with this knowledge, with this power, with this connection, will define not only your life, but the lives of countless others. You must step forward with courage, clarity, and resolve. The forces against you are real, but so is the purpose that has chosen you. Remember, you are not alone. I am here, guiding you, protecting you, ensuring that you see the path clearly. The room seems to expand, the envelope's light brightens, and the shadows shrink slightly, sensing the transformation within you.
You realize that the billionaire's world is no longer distant, no longer abstract. It is here, now, intertwined with your life, awaiting your engagement, demanding your courage. And in that moment, you understand, nothing will ever be the same again. Your life, your choices, your destiny, they are now bound to something far greater than you have ever imagined.
The golden light from the envelope continues to shimmer, casting a glow that fills the room, yet the shadows at the edges remain. They are quieter now, restrained, but still present, as though calculating their next move. Archangel Michael's presence is a steadying force beside you, his wings slightly folded, his gaze penetrating and unwavering. "You must understand something essential," Michael begins, his voice calm yet commanding. "What you have entered is not merely opportunity, it is responsibility. It is influence, power, and purpose interwoven into one. And with it comes the constant presence of forces that seek to manipulate, deceive, and deter you. These are not ordinary challenges. They are tests of your mind, heart, and spirit. You must prepare for all of them." You feel a tightening in your chest, the weight of reality pressing in. Michael senses it and continues, "There are 3 things you must do to navigate what lies ahead: awareness, alignment, and courage. Awareness, so that you can see the threats before they strike. Alignment, so that your actions resonate with purpose rather than fear. Courage, so that you act decisively even when uncertainty surrounds you." He gestures toward the envelope, which now seems to vibrate with intent. "This message will guide you, but it will also provoke challenges. The shadows will attempt to infiltrate your thoughts. You may experience doubt, confusion, even despair. These are tests. Do not mistake them for reality. They are illusions, distractions, manipulations of energy meant to divert you from your path." You take a step closer, compelled by the glow, but aware of the tension lingering in the corners of the room. Michael continues, "The billionaire you have glimpsed is not omnipotent. They are human, guided by vision, purpose, and morality. Your role is not passive observation. You will act. You will make choices that influence outcomes. Every hesitation, every moment of fear is a doorway the shadows can exploit. You must act with clarity and intention at all times." The shadows ripple slightly, responding to your recognition of them. Their presence is unnerving, yet Michael's steady gaze grounds you. "The first guidance," he says, "is to maintain vigilance. Observe everything. Trust your instincts." The shadows move subtly, disguising their presence within normalcy. They may appear as small delays, unexpected conflicts, distractions, or whispered doubts. Their power lies in subtlety, in manipulation, in the quiet erosion of your resolve. He steps closer, voice lowering with gravity. "Second, trust in alignment. You have been chosen because your essence resonates with purpose. Align your thoughts, your intentions, your actions with what you know is true, with what you feel is right. Do not let the allure of comfort, greed, or fear sway you. Your power lies in integrity, focus, and dedication to the path you have been summoned to walk." You feel the energy of the envelope pulsing against your hand, reinforcing his words. Michael's eyes soften slightly, though they remain intense. "Third, cultivate courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act in spite of fear, to confront uncertainty with determination, to rise when all forces press against you. The billionaire will require your courage. The world will require your courage. And even the forces of light depend on your courage to manifest their influence in the material world." You notice the room shifting subtly. Shadows stretch, then retract, as if testing your resolve. Michael places his hands together, a gesture of emphasis and solemnity. Beyond these three pillars, there are practical measures. Maintain focus on what you can control. Limit distractions that pull you from your purpose. Be wary of those who seek to influence your perception. Some will appear as allies, but their intentions may be compromised. Learn discernment. Trust your inner guidance above all. The envelope pulses again, stronger, almost impatiently. Your connection to this message, to the billionaire, is energetic. Feel it, understand it, but do not be overwhelmed by it. Channel it into clarity, insight, and action. Do not fear the power. It is a tool, a responsibility, not a threat. Your mastery over it will define the effectiveness of your choices. Michael steps back, wings unfurling slightly, a protective aura extending around you. Now understand the consequences. Every action you take will echo. Every decision matters. The shadows will attempt to provoke error, confusion, or hesitation. You will feel pressure, doubt, even temptation to withdraw or resist. These are tests of your resolve. You must meet them with unwavering focus, clarity, and courage. He leans closer, voice lower and urgent. Remember, the billionaire's world is not a place of idle reward. It is a crucible. You will face moral dilemmas, logistical challenges, and spiritual tests, but you have been chosen because you are capable. You have been prepared, though you may not yet realize it. Trust yourself. Trust the guidance you receive, and above all, do not allow fear to dictate your path. The shadows stir again, a faint whispering around the edges, probing. Michael gestures toward them. See them? They are patient. They wait for the moment you falter. But now your awareness, alignment, and courage will protect you. This is your guidance. Hold it close. Let it guide you through the next stages. The envelope is your tool, your connection, your call to action. Engage with it fully, and your path will unfold. You feel a new energy building within you, a mixture of anticipation, purpose, and quiet determination. The shadows shrink back slightly, sensing your alignment with power beyond them. Michael's voice resonates one final time for now. Your journey is just beginning. There will be further guidance, further challenges, and further revelations. But with vigilance, alignment, and courage, you will not falter. The billionaire's world is now part of yours. Step forward with wisdom, strength, and resolve. The envelope glows steadily, a symbol of both opportunity and responsibility. The shadows remain at the edges, but their threat has been diminished, contained by your alignment with purpose. You feel the weight of what has been revealed, the stakes of what is to come, and the responsibility that has been placed in your hands. And in that moment, you realize knowledge without action is meaningless, and power without courage is futile. You are ready to step into the next phase of your journey. The envelope rests before you, a steady source of golden light, shimmering with an energy that seems alive. Each pulse resonates deep within you, synchronizing with your heartbeat and filling every corner of the room. Shadows linger at the edges, restless but hesitant, as if they sense the threshold you are about to cross. Archangel Michael stands beside you, wings partially extended, a presence both commanding and protective. Everything you have learned, Michael says, his voice calm yet intense, has led to this moment. The knowledge, the guidance, the warnings, they are not complete. There is more to come, and the forces opposing you are preparing for the challenges that lie ahead. But before you proceed, there is preparation that must occur. Your mind, body, and spirit must align fully with purpose.
You feel the weight of his words. The room seems to shift subtly, the shadows retreating, but watching, waiting for the moment of action. Michael's gaze fixes on you, unwavering. The first step is focus. Distraction is the weapon the shadows use most effectively. Every thought, every impulse that is not aligned with your mission gives them strength. Center yourself. Breathe. Feel the energy within the envelope. Let it merge with your own. This is the essence of your preparation. You close your eyes, letting your awareness expand. The golden light pulses, filling your consciousness, illuminating hidden corners of your mind. You sense the shadows pushing back, testing your resolve, trying to infiltrate doubt, fear, hesitation. Michael speaks again. They will always test you. Expect this. It is natural. But now you have the tools: awareness, alignment, and courage. These will shield you. Trust them. Trust yourself. A subtle vibration moves through your body, the energy of the envelope interacting with something deep within you. You feel sensations you cannot yet name, a stirring of insight, of latent abilities, of potential waiting to be awakened. Michael watches, his presence steady, his voice guiding. This energy is your connection to purpose. It will guide your actions, illuminate your choices, and reveal opportunities and dangers that are not visible to ordinary perception. Learn to feel it, to trust it, to let it flow through you. You take a deep breath, grounding yourself in the physical world even as your consciousness expands into the energy of the envelope. Shadows move again, probing, whispering, testing. You are not ready. You are not strong enough. Their voices are soft but persistent, trying to reach into your mind, to shake your focus. Michael steps closer, placing a hand on your shoulder. Do not listen. Their power is in deception, in illusion. Your alignment with truth, purpose, and courage make you untouchable if you do not yield. Stand firm. Do not falter. The energy of the envelope grows stronger, and you feel the anticipation building. It is almost tangible, a force that resonates with every cell in your body. Michael continues, the second step is clarity. You must know why you are here, what you seek, and what you will not compromise. The billionaire's world is vast and intricate, full of opportunity and responsibility. Every choice will matter. Every hesitation will be tested. Know your purpose, and let that purpose guide your actions. You feel a warmth spreading through your chest, an inner clarity beginning to take form. The whispers of the shadows diminish slightly as your resolve strengthens. Michael's voice deepens, carrying authority and reassurance. The third step is readiness. You must prepare for action. The moment you open this envelope fully, your reality will shift. Forces beyond comprehension will engage. You will be tested, tempted, challenged, and perhaps even confronted with fear you cannot yet imagine. But your preparation is sufficient. You are ready. He gestures toward the envelope, now glowing almost brilliantly. The energy within will guide you, but you must participate actively. You cannot remain passive. Do not wait for understanding before action, for understanding will only come through engagement. Let the envelope lead, let your purpose align, and let your courage act. These three, guidance, alignment, and courage, are now inseparable. You sense the room expanding, as though space itself stretches to accommodate the energy. Shadows recoil, sensing the strength now flowing through you. Michael's wings extend fully, filling the space with a protective presence. There will be moments of doubt, he warns, even after the envelope is open. There will be whispers, manipulations, and distractions. The shadows do not retreat entirely. They adapt. They watch. They wait. But you are no longer ordinary. Your alignment with purpose, your courage, your focus, these make you formidable.
Nothing can halt your progress if you do not yield. A subtle vibration passes through your hands as you hover over the envelope. You feel the energy connecting to your very essence, like an electric current infused with intention, purpose, and potential. Michael steps closer, his gaze unwavering. This is the final preparation. Center yourself fully. Let the energy of the envelope merge with your awareness. Your mind, body, and spirit must be synchronized. Only then will you be able to fully perceive the billionaire's world, their intentions, and the role you are to play. The shadows stir one last time, testing, probing. You feel fear, anticipation, awe, all blending into a singular awareness of destiny. Michael's voice resonates deeply. You are prepared. You have been guided. You have been strengthened. There is nothing more to delay you. What comes next will change everything, not only for you, but for the forces that watch, the world that is ready, and the destiny that has been waiting for your courage. The envelope pulses, the golden light expanding. You feel the culmination of your journey thus far, the awareness of hidden forces, the clarity of purpose, the courage rising within you. Michael places a hand gently on your shoulder, a final gesture of reassurance. You are ready. Step forward. Open it fully. Embrace what comes. Nothing will ever be the same, and yet this is only the beginning. The billionaire's world awaits, the challenges await, and the transformation that has chosen you begins now. The moment hangs in the air, thick with anticipation, energy, and unseen potential. Shadows are present but diminished. The envelope glows as if alive, pulsating in rhythm with your heartbeat. Michael steps slightly back, wings fold in gently but remaining vigilant. This is your choice. This is your moment. Open it. Step into what has been prepared for you and know courage, clarity, and purpose will guide every step. You are ready.
The golden light from the envelope now bathes the room entirely, filling every shadowed corner with a brilliance that is almost tangible. It is alive, pulsing with energy, resonating with your heartbeat, and vibrating through your very bones. The shadows at the edges hesitate, then slowly recede, as though acknowledging the threshold you have crossed. Archangel Michael stands beside you, wings partially extended, radiating calm authority. You are ready, Michael says, his voice deep and unwavering. The moment of revelation has arrived. What you are about to perceive is beyond ordinary understanding. Prepare yourself to witness truths that will stretch your perception, challenge your assumptions, and awaken a potential you have not yet realized. As you focus on the envelope, the golden light expands and folds outward, projecting an intricate holographic image. The room itself seems to dissolve, replaced by a panorama of vast landscapes, complex networks of innovation, and cities that stretch into the horizon. And in the center, commanding attention, yet serene in presence, stands the billionaire, a figure of unmistakable authority, vision, and purpose. The figure steps forward, and as they do, their image crystallizes into clarity. Every detail is precise. Eyes that hold intelligence and empathy, a posture that exudes quiet power, an aura that radiates both influence and moral clarity. This is no ordinary individual. You sense immediately that they have been preparing for this encounter as much as you have. They have observed you, Michael continues, not merely your actions, but your intentions, your choices, your courage, your capacity for focus under pressure. They did not summon you lightly. This is no casual offer or chance encounter. You have been chosen because you are capable of seeing beyond the ordinary, of acting decisively, and of embracing a destiny that few could comprehend. The billionaire speaks, their voice resonating not just in the room, but within your consciousness. You have been summoned because the world is shifting. Forces that threaten stability, clarity, and purpose are in motion. Hidden currents, unseen to ordinary eyes, are converging. And yet in you, I have recognized a catalyst, a presence capable of shaping outcomes, of influencing balance, of moving possibilities from potential into reality. You feel a surge of energy pass through you, almost as if the very fabric of your reality has responded to their words. Michael stands close, wings partially shielding you from the intensity, but allowing the energy to flow into your awareness. This is your introduction to a new plane of reality, he says. Observe, absorb, and align. The billionaire's intentions are clear. They seek to harness not just your actions, but your alignment with purpose. They require your courage, your insight, and your capacity to act when the moment demands. The projection shifts. You now see not only the billionaire, but also a series of global initiatives, secret operations, and networks of influence, all connected through their vision. Each node, each action, each decision has ripple effects far beyond what you can comprehend. And yet, in the center, your presence is noted, your role highlighted, your potential recognized. They do not seek control for its own sake, Michael explains. Their power is vast, yet they are guided by purpose. They understand responsibility, ethics, and the need for alignment with greater truths. And you, now, are part of that equation. Your courage and focus will amplify their vision. Your decisions will create pathways for outcomes that were previously impossible. The billionaire steps closer, within the projection, eyes locking with yours. Do not underestimate the challenges ahead, they say. There are forces that will resist, that will seek to manipulate, to mislead, to discourage. But your preparation has been deliberate. The guidance you have received, the awareness you have cultivated, the courage you have built, they are sufficient, but you must remain vigilant. This is only the beginning. The room, or what remains of it, vibrates with energy. The golden light flowing in complex patterns around you. Shadows flicker at the edges, a reminder that resistance still exists, even in the face of revelation. Michael steps forward. You see them, he says. They are persistent, patient, cunning, but they are weaker now because your alignment with purpose and courage has grown. Your readiness is real, your capacity is recognized, and the billionaire has chosen wisely, as have you. The holographic projection now shifts to scenarios, crises being averted, networks functioning seamlessly, innovations being implemented, lives being affected. You sense the power of intention and the consequences of action. Each decision, each choice, each moment of courage matters, and at the center of it all, your role is highlighted, a fulcrum upon which balance, success, and transformation hinge. You must understand, Michael warns, that revelation is not comfort, it is responsibility. The clarity you have gained is immense, but so is the pressure. Every action you take, every hesitation you overcome, every fear you confront will contribute to the outcomes that matter. You are no longer merely a participant, you are a catalyst. The billionaire's gaze remains fixed on you, and a sense of expectation fills the space. I have chosen you, they say, not because you are perfect, not because you are without doubt, but because you are capable of embracing possibility, of acting decisively, of holding alignment in the face of uncertainty. The forces you have faced were preparation. The shadows that linger are tests. Your courage, focus, and purpose are your weapons. You feel a surge of clarity,
an awakening of potential. The room vibrates with the energy of alignment. Michael places a firm hand on your shoulder. This is the moment you step into understanding, into responsibility, into purpose. The billionaire's revelation is complete. The next steps, the challenges, the choices, they will unfold as your courage and insight dictate. Be vigilant, be steadfast, and act decisively. The holographic projection now shifts to fold inward, condensing into a stream of golden light flowing from the envelope into your hands, your mind, and your awareness. You feel an unbreakable connection forming, not just to the billionaire, but to the purpose, the network, the destiny that has chosen you. And now, Michael says, voice unwavering, you are ready for action. The revelation has occurred, but the journey has only begun. The choices you make from this moment forward will echo, ripple, and manifest outcomes you cannot yet imagine. The billionaire's world is yours to engage with. The shadows are yours to resist, and your courage, clarity, and alignment will determine the course of everything that follows.
The golden light of the envelope fades only slightly, leaving a lingering warmth that pulses through your chest, a tangible reminder of the revelation you have just experienced. The shadows, though diminished, linger at the edges of perception, silent observers of your every thought and movement. Archangel Michael stands beside you, wings partially extended, radiating vigilance and guidance. You are ready for your first mission, Michael says, his voice calm yet commanding. This is the moment when knowledge becomes action. What you have learned, what you have understood, and the clarity you have gained, all of it must now manifest in real-world decisions. This is not hypothetical. This is not observation. This is engagement. You glance at the envelope, still resting in your hands. Its energy now feels more intentional, almost directive, as if guiding your awareness toward what comes next. Michael's gaze holds you steady. The first mission is simple in description, but complex in execution. You must act with precision, awareness, and courage. Every step will be observed, not only by the forces aligned with the billionaire's world, but also by the shadows that oppose you. You must be vigilant. You must be decisive. A faint vibration runs through the room, subtle yet insistent, and you feel a tug, a pull toward the doorway of your home. Michael notices your attention. That is the first signal. It is not merely physical. It is energetic. The mission will unfold in layers. The first layer is immediate, tangible. The next layers will test your perception, your judgment, and your alignment. You cannot see all layers at once. That is intentional. You must learn to perceive, to adapt, to act. You step forward, hands still on the envelope, and the room seems to shift. The walls fade slightly, replaced by a faint visualization of a city, streets stretching into the distance, patterns of movement, energy flows, and hidden nodes of activity. Michael's voice guides you. The billionaire's world is interconnected. Every location, every individual, every action has purpose. Your first mission is to intervene at a specific point where influence, timing, and decision converge. Your task is not random, it is precise. Observe, understand, and act. A subtle vibration in your mind draws your focus to a distant location, a facility, otherwise unremarkable, yet glowing faintly in this energetic overlay. Michael leans closer. There are obstacles. Forces opposing your mission are already aware of your presence. They will attempt to disrupt, confuse, or mislead you. Your awareness is your first line of defense. Do not underestimate subtlety. The smallest deviation from alignment can allow interference to succeed. You nod, feeling the energy of the envelope pulsing stronger, almost like a heartbeat echoing your own. Remember, this is more than just observation or intervention. It is your alignment with purpose, your courage manifesting, your insight directing action. You will be tested, and you will feel resistance. That resistance is real,
but it is not stronger than you. It is a reflection of the opposition's awareness of your potential. The shadows at the room's edges writhe slightly, sensing your readiness, testing your composure. Do not fear them, Michael instructs. They will attempt to provoke hesitation, doubt, and misjudgment. Your awareness, focus, and alignment will counteract every attempt. Keep your intentions clear. Let courage guide your hands and mind. Every choice you make now ripples through the layers of reality connected to this mission. A sudden surge of energy from the envelope directs your attention outward. The city visualization sharpens, showing movement patterns, subtle anomalies, and hidden channels of influence. Michael continues, notice the anomalies. They are subtle, almost imperceptible. Forces attempting to manipulate outcomes leave traces, patterns that deviate from natural flow. Your task is to identify, correct, and align these points of intervention. The mission requires both precision and adaptability. You feel a rising tension, your pulse quickening, yet clarity fills your awareness. The energy of the envelope synchronizes with your senses, sharpening perception, heightening intuition. Shadows flicker at the periphery, whispering doubts and false signals. Michael steps beside you, placing a steadying hand on your shoulder. Do not listen. The shadows speak from fear, not truth. Their attempts are to distract, not to inform. Trust your alignment, trust the guidance you have received, and act decisively. The envelope pulses again, brighter now, almost impatiently, as if urging action. The first mission is also a test of timing. You will have limited windows for intervention. Every delay, hesitation, or overcaution strengthens the opposition. You must act with calculated confidence, balancing awareness with decisiveness. This is where courage becomes active, not theoretical. You step forward, fully aware of the stakes. The city overlay visualizes the target more clearly, and a facility that appears ordinary yet contains the convergence of forces the billionaire needs addressed. Michael whispers, observe the patterns, see the deviations, understand what must change, and when you act, act fully, without hesitation, without doubt. Your courage is the force that will realign outcomes. You feel the shadows tighten their focus, a subtle pressure on your mind, testing the edges of concentration. The envelope's energy hums in response, reinforcing clarity and resolve. Michael's gaze sharpens. They will push, they will probe, they will attempt to distract you from the core objective. Recognize the difference between real obstruction and illusory resistance. That discernment is part of your preparation. Trust it. Trust yourself. The envelope glows intensely, a stream of energy connecting you directly to the mission, guiding your awareness toward the necessary interventions. You feel the power of intention, the alignment of purpose, and the readiness to act converge into one coherent focus. Michael places his hand lightly on your chest. This is your first mission. It is small in scope, but monumental in impact. Success depends on alignment, courage, and clarity. Fail not because of the obstacles outside, but because of hesitation within. Move forward now. A surge of anticipation fills the space. The shadows recoil slightly, sensing your readiness. The envelope pulses in harmony with your heartbeat, almost urging the first action. The room vibrates faintly, as if reality itself is bracing for what you are about to do. Michael's voice is firm, unwavering. This is the beginning. Act now. Let courage, clarity, and alignment guide every move. Nothing can stop you if you do not falter. You take a deep breath, step toward the mission's direction, and feel the first wave of action coursing through your awareness. The energy of the envelope strengthens, shadows diminish at the edges, and the city overlay sharpens fully. This is the moment where preparation meets execution, where revelation transforms into engagement, and where your journey as a catalyst begins in earnest. The first mission is underway.
The city overlay from the envelope has solidified, energy flowing in intricate, invisible channels that you can now perceive with uncanny clarity. Every pattern, every anomaly, every subtle shift in the environment vibrates with purpose. And yet, at the edges of perception, shadows gather, dense, patient, observing, testing. They are no longer distant whispers. They have become aware of your presence, aware of your courage, aware of the alignment you now embody. Michael stands beside you, wings unfurled, radiating a protective aura. "This is the first direct encounter," he says. "The shadows you see are only the beginning. They will attempt to obstruct, manipulate, and weaken you. Their tactics will be subtle, insidious, and relentless. But you are ready. You have been prepared. Now you must act with clarity, courage, and precision." You feel the tension in your chest, a mixture of anticipation and the residual fear that the shadows attempt to implant. Yet the energy of the envelope pulses stronger, synchronizing with your heartbeat, reinforcing every cell of your being. Michael continues, "Remember, the shadows feed on hesitation. They thrive on doubt. They will attempt to mimic allies, create illusions, and provoke internal conflict. Recognize the difference between what is real and what is manipulation." A sudden ripple passes through the energy field around you. Shadows coalesce, forming shapes, some humanoid, some abstract, flickering like distorted reflections. They hiss in unison, an almost imperceptible sound that vibrates at the edge of perception. You are not ready. You will fail. You are alone. Michael steps closer, wings shielding you partially. Do not respond to their whispers. Their voices are lies. Your courage, your alignment, and your purpose are stronger than these distortions. Every step you take in clarity diminishes their influence. Remember, they only have the power you allow them to have. You focus, drawing energy from the envelope, feeling its golden warmth merging with your own essence. Shadows lash outward, testing your focus, attempting to sway your perception. One strikes like a wave of doubt, another like a rush of fear, each probing for cracks in your resolve. You feel the pull, the pressure, the temptation to hesitate. Michael's hand rests firmly on your shoulder. Breathe. Center yourself. The shadows cannot penetrate alignment. Focus on your purpose, on the mission, and on the clarity you have cultivated. You are not alone. My presence is with you. The guidance of the envelope is with you, and your courage is real and potent. Drawing a deep breath, you extend your awareness into the city overlay, sensing every anomaly, every disruption, every point where the shadows attempt to interfere. You act decisively, realigning energy flows, correcting subtle deviations, and channeling the envelope's power to amplify your intentions. The shadows hiss, twist, and writhe, but each action you take diminishes their strength. Michael spreads his wings fully, the golden light radiating outward, forming a shield that repels the most aggressive forms of shadow manipulation. Do not falter, he instructs. Your clarity is your weapon. Your courage is your shield. Your alignment is your force. Engage fully, decisively, without hesitation. This is the crucible, your first test, but not your last. Success now will set the trajectory for all that follows. The shadows converge into a vortex of distortion, seeking to overwhelm your senses. Fear, doubt, and temptation rise like waves, urging retreat. And yet you feel the energy of the envelope surge through you, merging with your focus, creating a single coherent field of purpose. You act, stepping fully into your alignment, and with a decisive movement of will, you channel energy outward. The shadows react violently, twisting, contorting, attempting to strike, but their power is fragmented by your alignment. Each act of courage, each pulse of clarity, each precise movement weakens them. Michael's presence amplifies the effect, the radiance of his wings reinforcing the integrity of your purpose. A final surge of energy from the envelope flows through your hands, through your mind, and into the city overlay. The vortex of shadows shatters, dispersing into fragments of nothingness. They retreat to the edges, diminished, unable to influence the current trajectory of your mission. You feel the triumph, the exhilaration, and the profound resonance of alignment. Michael's voice is steady, yet filled with warmth and affirmation. You have succeeded in your first direct encounter. The shadows you see tested you, but you did not falter. You acted with courage, clarity, and alignment. Remember this feeling. Remember this strength. Every future encounter will draw on the same foundation. You have proven that you are capable, that you are prepared, and that you are a force aligned with purpose. The envelope pulses one final time, glowing with a gentle radiance that communicates approval, connection, and continuity. The city overlay solidifies, all patterns flowing in harmony, the anomalies corrected, the hidden channels aligned with purpose. You realize that your first mission is complete, yet the journey has only begun. Michael steps closer, wings folding slightly, his presence steady and grounding. Reflect on this, he says. The billionaire's world, the missions, the challenges, they are not merely external. They are a reflection of your inner alignment, your courage, and your purpose. Every encounter, every mission, every shadow you confront will continue to shape you, refine you, and reveal your true capacity. A sense of peace settles over you, though vigilance remains. The shadows, though diminished, still linger at the periphery, a reminder that challenges are ongoing. The envelope glows softly, a promise of guidance and connection. Michael's eyes meet yours, unwavering. You have passed the first trial. You have engaged with forces beyond ordinary perception and emerged aligned, courageous, and focused. The billionaire's world is vast, and your journey within it is just beginning. Carry this knowledge, this courage, and this alignment forward. You are ready for all that comes next. The golden light fills the room, warmth flowing through every part of your being. You feel connected to the billionaire's purpose, to Michael's guidance, and to your own emerging strength. Shadows remain only at the periphery, hesitant, diminished, no longer a threat to your alignment. And in that moment, you understand. The mission was not just about the external world. It was about awakening the inner power, courage, and clarity that has been waiting within you all along. You have passed the threshold, confronted the shadows, and embraced your destiny. This was not an accident. It was the beginning. The billionaire's world has chosen you. Archangel Michael has confirmed it, and the shadows have already tested you. You have crossed the first threshold, but more trials will come, more secrets will unfold, and more forces will rise against you. Never forget, your courage is your weapon, your clarity is your shield, and your destiny is waiting. This is only the start of a much greater journey. Are you ready to face what comes next?